Coming to you from the floor of the CME Group, I'm Eric Wolfman Wilkinson. Let's get in the zone, the cash money zone. It's June 12th. We had that great big huge USDA report in here, and these guys are really cranky because they had to get up so early. Basically already doubled our day so far. But the fact of the matter is this USDA report usually comes out and sends the market limit up, limit down the last like 6 out of 6 times. Well, today the USDA report, a lot of people are talking, we're pretty lazy with their reporting. Came out basically as expected, but if you really dig into these numbers, like I've been talking about these soil moistures and everything else, they're really low. Everything south of I-80 in general is basically really dry. The soil content's really bad. North of that, basically North Dakota, South Dakota, the states that you don't regularly hear of growing corn, are actually doing all right. So the problem is going into this growing season, we got different kinds of stages of this corn crop. Right now we're entering the age, it's called V5, which is basically 5 leaves on the tree, or 5 leaves on the plant. And going into V7, that's when we're going to be determining how many rows are around that corn ear. So this dry weather is really going to affect the width or the number of rows around that. Going into V12, V15, that determines how long that ear of corn is going to be. Right now, it's not looking too good for these southern states. Basically, I've talked about it before, 165 bushels per acre is the average. We've dropped that to about 160 bushels per acre, just from all this soil content, or dry soil moisture content. The soybeans are starting to be a little bit bullish because this double crop rotation doesn't look like it's going to happen, and the beans are really getting beat up. Now, on to the other room, this economic stuff going on. Coffee sent me this article. It's talking about, it's a book on the World Depression of 1929 to 39, but what he delves into is the European crisis, the contagion left over from the United States. Well, we're starting to see this whole thing come again, and his theory of, theory of homogenic stability is starting to come into effect, which means there's no leadership. No leadership is going to get us out of this. Everybody's talking about back and forth trying to push it somewhere else, but it's got to come from Germany. If Germany wants to save the EU, they're going to have to step up and do something about it. Just sitting on their hands and waiting for something to happen isn't going to get us out of this depression, all right? Take that. Anyway, almost tagged one of our guests. If you can't take that, take it easy.